Brian, obviously you've heard us talk. I mean, just this week, this stretch of games, this game. I mean, I know it's the most important, but a tough. I don't know if there's a schedule tougher than this one in the country.
Well, it's while that may be true, I don't really think anybody else outside of this building cares. That's the nature of the game. We have the schedule in the locker room, and you could have looked probably 6 to 8 months ago and saw the same exact thing. So I really don't think anybody outside of these four walls, and per se this Stambaugh Stadium, they really don't care. We got to travel, and it's a tough place to play. And as Brandon said, not looking ahead, if you do, you're kind of shot from the beginning, and it's just one of them things where, hey, let's go have some fun and see what happens. So.
How much is the margin for error? There is no margin for error really at this point. Is that in the forefront, or is that something you just kind of push off to the side?
It's one of them things that you've just been talking about all year. Interception here, fumble here, sack, missed block. It's to that point where you try and stress the teammates around you as a senior, and as a guy that's got 5 guarantees left. That hey guys, those things have happened, but they really can't happen. If they do, you keep on going, you keep battling, and you just fundamentals become a big part of this week here. You get fancy. I heard you guys ask Coach Haycock, do you have any new plays or this or that? Yeah, you may have one or two, or you may not. But it just comes back to we had a week off, and what do we do best? Do we take a move step and stick our second foot, or do we make the right read? That's really what it's down to now. It's everybody tries to make these games such a big thing, and that they are. But really, when it comes down to it, it's bread and butter. This is what we do. This is what they do. Let's see who's going to do it the best on Saturday.
Is this group rejuvenated? Do you feel it at all? Do you sense it?
Well, I think so. I mean, 6 weeks in, Coach said we're pretty much where we want to be. I think sometimes you think maybe we let some things happen that shouldn't have happened, but we are what we are, 4-2, and I think that we're in a great position to where hey, we do got those 5 games left that they have 5 great teams, and we get a chance to see what Youngstown State 2009 is, and that's fun, and that's exciting, but that's hey, go to work. You got 5 days, go to work.
Brian, this offense has been kind of Jekyll and Hyde, with all due respect. For lack of a better term, starting slow. The last game obviously came out like gangbusters. Do you sense that evening out a little bit and playing a full 60 minutes?
I just sense that hey, we have a lot of old guys on that offense, and we have a lot of young guys, and it's just a bunch of guys that are starting to come together and say, hey, we're going to do this thing. And to be honest with you, I don't know if it's true or not, but hearing these questions asked every week, I don't know if that's something that's hey, keep asking them, because it means something to people that we get questioned of why we can't do that, why we can't come out and score, why we can't come out and dominate, and it all has to start from inside a football player, intrinsically, but every once in a while somebody says something to spark a flame for you, it helps a lot, so I'll never discount the fact that you can't be motivated externally, and it's just something that's been a big topic of discussion this year, and I think that we know what we need to do.
Does it get any better than this, knowing you're going to face the teams you're going to, and see where you stack up when this is all said and done? I mean, as a football player, Brandon talked about it. If you're a football player, this is what you love.
Yeah, that's Brandon hit it on the head there. That's a great quote, and it's he's exactly right. There's a lot of teams in the country that wish they had the opportunity to play 5 teams that could basically determine what they do 6 weeks from now. Some teams they're not. Some teams have a 4-2 record. The next 5 games they have don't hold the value or the weight that our 5 do. So you attribute that to the conference, and you attribute that to the fact that Northern Iowa and Southern Illinois and Illinois State and Dakota teams, they have traditional powerhouse football teams. And let's start it off week 1 with Southern Illinois. Since I've been here, we've gotten beat by them. Last year it was embarrassing. It was humiliating. It was embarrassing for this town, as a local guy. You don't want to look back too much on this week because it's such a big week, but you do once in a while. And as a local Youngstown native, it was the most embarrassing thing I think that's happened to me at Youngstown State. It's disgusting, but it's, you know, a tribute to them. They came out and did it, and we get to make a trip to Carbondale this week, and we'll see what happens. You know.
What have you seen from them defensively that you like or dislike?
They just got studs. Middle linebacker's a stud. Brandon Jordan is a stud. All-American, all everything. He's a good football player. That's fun to you know, hear as a guard. Gets to battle with the linebackers a little bit. Their one end, 32. I was watching the ticker on the Northern Iowa game, and it seemed like he was making tackle after tackle after tackle. So that's fun. And they got a big corner, I think, that was a player of the week last week. So, you know, these guys can play. You know, I'm sure they got somebody out there that's going to play on Sunday, and that's just, you know, that gets your blood going. And for a guy like, you know, like Brandon Jordan, number 10 in the middle there, we've been playing against him for a long time now, and he's gotten the better half of us. So, you know, we got one more shot to go after those guys. So.
Brian, did you watch the game Saturday?
I didn't watch it. I watched on the ticker. I watched on my phone. Every play I was almost getting an interruption, you know, this or that. But, you know, that was one of them games where you knew it was going to come down to the end, and you knew it was going to come down to the turnover margin. You know, we've experienced it here. You see what happens when you turn the ball over.
Were you surprised that they went into the Unidome, a very difficult place?
You know, that's a good point. I wouldn't say I'm surprised, because Southern Illinois, they came into Youngstown State and they waxed us 33-0. So I mean, they can go on the road and win. They've proven that. You know, yeah, the Unidome is tough to play, but I would expect a lot of answers if you asked a lot of teams around the country. They had to come into Stanball Stadium and put up 33-0 shutout. You know, would that be tough? So.
As a senior, do you have to say anything, or will you say anything to the team?
I don't know that you have to. I don't know that if you will. I think that it's one of them things. I think this year has been an emotional ride, and I think you guys hit on the head earlier that this really is week one of the playoffs. You know, in 06 we kind of did the same kind of thing. We had to go on a run, you know, and that's what it is. It's week one, and so be it. You know, like I said earlier, the best thing about the whole situation that we have in front of us is that nobody else cares. You have 100 guys here and 12, 15 coaches and the support staff, and that's it. Southern Illinois doesn't care. UNI doesn't care. Nobody cares about anything that's going on in this building. All they want to do is beat us, and all we want to do is beat them. And you know, that's the nice thing about a bye week, was you get to focus on yourself a little bit and realize that, hey, you know, don't shoot yourself in the foot, you know, because that's the easy way to fail. So.
This is a tough stretch. I know you've been asked that again. I mean, is it difficult not to look ahead?
I don't think it is, because of the fact that we got beat 33-0 last year. You know, and this is similar to, I would say, the Indiana State week. You know, I heard the questions asked that how do you prepare your guys to go against a team like that? Well, they were up 21-0 at home, you know, and it's the same thing. 4-8 last year. It's amazing how valuable a season like that could be to a season like this. You know, you go out there and you get embarrassed a couple times. It's amazing how memories come back, and the nice thing about this year is that these are the memories that, you know, your last year are the memories that you're going to carry away, and we have the ability and the chance, I would say, to erase some very, very, very bad memories and some embarrassing moments for the program.